That's, it's Solana strays. That's awesome.
every single space. But dude, you're a fucking legend. Everyone already knows that. I mean, what, you're coming up on 20K followers, bro? I mean, you're only 3K away. That's insane. Like, it's gonna come real quick. Come real quick.
Yeah,
Um,
we're hoping.
yeah, bro, right? For real. But no, that's an exciting milestone, dude. For real. I mean, my personal account, well, I think I only have like 2,000. So I know you're gonna come up on that 3,000 way faster than I'm gonna hit 5K or 10K. So hell yeah, man, for sure. Um, let's see. Let's see what's up with drinks. Drinks, how you doing? How's your Saturday?
It is good, man. Kind of did the same route that Corey did, but I got up and worked out this morning. Otherwise, got to play a little skate, hanging out with everybody this afternoon. There was good debt fam space this morning. It's been a good day, man. I hope yours has been the same.
Hell no, hell yeah, man! It really has. It's Saturday, so me and my family slept in like usual, and we were able to go to my wife's mom's house, and we had breakfast with all of her family. So I loved it, absolutely loved it. Glad we were able to be close with her family like that. Obviously, I am with my family as well, but their whole family comes over every day, like their uncles, grandmas, So like, it's a good experience, especially because I never grew up with my grandparents like that. I've only had my grandma growing up, but other than that, we only speak in Spanish whenever we do. But my wife's family is all English speaking, and it's a little easier for me to like get along and communicate with everyone better. And I've learned so much from my wife. Man, I mean, it took strays. I mean, like 2 weeks, and we were minting at like $6, $12, and there's only 1,000. So you guys are definitely going at a great speed, man. I mean, you guys got a great community over there. I see you guys always pulling bangers. Corey too, bro. He doesn't stop talking about it. Seriously.
Fucking A. I have a twin to the stray I'm wearing right now. Like I have the bull bear version of this stray, which is really freaking cool when you can like match.
Let's go.
Nah, yeah, hell yeah, bro, for sure. That's awesome. I I've been actually looking for a chain stray for your guys' new collection. Corey wants to give me one, but I don't know. I don't want to take Corey's like that. Obviously, he's collecting his own too. So I'm trying to get my own as well. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes.
If I come across any, I got you, bro.
That's wicked, bro. I'm totally down for that. And we'll, dude. I mean, I'll be posting it all the time. I mean, I appreciate you guys big time for even throwing a stray trait even in the collection. So, I was actually looking on Magic Eden the other day, and I don't think any are listed. So, you could definitely tell that those are held on by some great community members. So, love to see it. Love to see it. Let's see. We had Duck come up here. Duck, how you doing, brother?
Yo, we're doing good today. It's Saturday. It's a nice chill day. We just ate some food, and I'm just playing around with this platform here, trying to get the formatting right. Um, Other than that, it's just been a chill day, man. It's Saturday. I'm relaxing and probably gonna take a nap after this, man. I've been up since 6 in the morning. I didn't think I went to bed till about 3 last night, so I'm running on fumes today. But good thing it's the weekend.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's how I feel all the time, right? Coming home from Friday and I'm thinking to myself, damn, thank God it's the weekend for sure. Um, hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. If you guys don't already know, Duck is a founder of his own collection as well. So I love to see all of these different founders hopping in our space every day. Especially when we don't have news like that to drop like that every day, it's just like one of those everyday spaces you come and hang out in. So appreciate again all of you different people pulling up in here. All of you guys are legends. Um, but yeah, let's see here. If any of you guys want to come up and say anything, go ahead and request up here. Damn, everyone has badges in this space. Everyone has badges. That looks sick, bro. That looks sick, honestly. Um, let's see. I don't have much to talk about. Corey, what's up, bro? I see you were talking about the floor earlier. I haven't actually looked at the floor. Is there some glasses on the floor?
There's a diamond eye on the
Yep.
floor.
There's a diamond eye. Hold on.
Change the back.
Where's my? I got too many things open on my
Change.
phone.
I could change the background. I didn't know I could do
Legend.
that.
Hold on.
Dope. Can we be in the
All
sanctuary?
right, here we go. I'm also making some art in the background. Okay, so currently on the floor, you have a diamond eyes
I changed
farmer.
the background.
You have a pink background,
But like
gray spotted cat with purple sunglasses. Very nice. And you also have one that I kind of like out of the three at the top. Pink background, pink cat, teal hoodie. I like it. I like them all. I wish I had more Solana.
there's
Nah, yeah, for real, bro. I see you always looking at the floor, so I had to ask. I actually did notice, and I do since we have Begonia in here. Is it possible to start mentioning the Solana Strays account in the bot sales on Twitter for the NFT?
Is it? It's not currently. It has
No,
been.
and it's the same thing for the other bot that runs.
Okay.
And I don't know. Usually like that, I get the notification right away, and I know that's how we get sales. And I haven't recently.
on that. Um, Looking forward to the SKR drop next week.
Hell yeah, man! What is that, like an airdrop or something?
Oh my God. Yes. Do you not know? Can I inform you?
No, yeah, go for it. I actually don't know.
All right. So I pre-ordered the Saga phone years ago. Also pre-ordered the Seeker phone, which is the V2 of the Solana mobile phone. They have a Adapt store. It's a blockchain based app store. It's not Google Apps. It's not Google Play or Android stuff. It's only for Seeker phones. So any developer could go in there, can make or develop a game, apply an application for entry to get their app or their whatever it is, their app on the Seeker phone. Basically gave automatic access to 10,000 users. So that being said, there's the dot seeker wallet address you get when you get a seeker phone, because it's a seed vault type of phone where it's separate from everything else. So my phone is my ledger basically, but it's not connected to anything else. It's a separate chip or whatever you want to call it within the phone. Um, for the past, I was just looking it up when I pre-ordered, to be honest with you, trying to make a cool tweet out of it. But I pre-ordered this thing in 2024. Um, Finally got it, started playing with all the apps and everything on it, and it's great. It's great for anybody on the Solana chain who's a developer of any kind. There's games on there, there's DeFi products on there, there's um, most recently like Juke Mobile, Mobi, and a lot of already integrated apps you could access moved over to there and gave accessibility to it. But there are a lot of things that are only accessible on the Solana dApp store. And what made it different was, I don't know if you remember, when the whole news about Apple taking like a 30% cut of revenue from app developers. Seeker doesn't do that. Solana doesn't do that. That goes, that's, there is no 30% cut. So that was the incentive for developers to create things and products on the Solana dApp store itself. I was, privy to a couple games or whatever you want to call it. There's some games, some other things I can't really describe, but pre-access to basically being a Saga Monkey holder and a Seeker phone user. Um, and I used the toys. I used the tools. There's all kinds of stuff that I was playing with for the past, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years. NFT time, it could have been 17 years, but I'll say 2 years for now. And recently they, within the wallet itself, and the Solana Foundation made an announcement recently about what the allocations are to the SKR token, which is the second token from the Solana Foundation. There's Solana, and then there's this SKR thing. It's not like a pump fund token or anything. It's from the foundation itself. How they're going to integrate that with the tools and the gaming and the phone, I don't know yet. But I kind of like it. And since I've used the phone so much, like it's my everyday driver. I use it for navigation, and my navigation is even a DeFi app in on Solana. Like I don't, if I can use something on Solana in my everyday, I do it with this phone. So I got like top tier drop for that, which is awesome. Um, and there's different allocations everybody got who had a Seeker phone. So that's, they just announced that. But long story short, um, it's the 20th at 9 p.m. I believe that's happening. And I believe it just, I don't know if there's a claim, like you click claim type of deal, or if they're just dropping it. I'm not really sure about that yet, but I'm here for it.
Yo, that's pretty cool. I for sure have looked into the Solana phone maybe like a year ago. Yeah, from like now. So I am definitely fading that. I think Judd even remembers. I was talking about maybe even giving one away. Um, but yeah, I need to get one for myself. That is interesting because I definitely have seen a lot of good news around them, and I'm seeing them on my timeline a lot, especially like you guys. There's other people in here that probably even have one as well. So that's awesome, man, for sure. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure there's a lot of people that were listening and um, are probably even looking into getting one right now. Like seriously, I see Begonia with his hand up.
Problems being addressed now with the tagging of the collections.
Let's go, bro. Appreciate that big time. It's nothing crazy, but personally, as soon as I see sales, I go and I like share them almost instantly. So I haven't seen them these past few days, and I honestly thought we just weren't getting sales, but we we have been. So appreciate that big time, Begonia. Let's see, we have Happy coming up here, but let's see what's up with to Judd. Judd, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good. I haven't even got out of my sweatpants today, and just not doing anything.
That's a
Yesterday, I was actually.
That's a good
What's
day
up?
if you don't get out of your sweatpants all day. That's a chill
That's
day
what I'm
right
saying.
there.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I had a couple times where I was like, I mean, I did some work around the house, help my, with some housework, and I had a couple times where I'm like, I need to go out and blow the leaves or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm just not going to, and I didn't. So that's what I did. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to pay for it, but today was a good day to relax.
And you didn't even have to bust out your AK.
Today was a good day. I got you.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, Judd. Glad you're doing good over there, bro. I love when you're able to have time to pull up in our spaces for real. But yeah, it seems like you've been home all day, dude. So that's awesome.
I have.
I have as well.
I've
So
been replying. I've just been replying. Like I I've been talking to you and Corey about it. I did. I posted it on my page, but I was like, let me just give it a week. Let me just do some replies, see if I can get monetized. I've always thought it'd be impossible. There's no way, and it's definitely not impossible. So I did that's why I want to have a day off today.
I
That's not
told
working,
you, bro. You just have to be willing to put in the time.
bro. And it's not even that much time. I mean, I did doing a lot today, but I had like 700,000 impressions just today. I did one. I'm at like 1.9 million for 8 days. So it definitely, and I haven't even been like, to me, I mean, I've been doing a lot more than I used to, but I haven't ever done over like 100 replies in a day. So it's been going pretty good. So it's kind of fun trolling people and making jokes and whatever. But yeah, it's been good.
nah, for real. I've been telling you too, man. I need to get on my reply game for sure. I I used to be on it pretty good. I remember showing you guys a few of my comments reaching up to like 100 and like 20K, stuff like that. But I've been a little slower on the reply game. So I'm honestly glad you're hopping on top of that, bro. Because um, I mean, not that you haven't posted a lot, but like
Oh,
this
I
is gonna
definitely
boost
haven't
your
posted a
account a
lot.
lot, bro.
I
Like
don't
for
post at
real.
all. That's my so that's kind of my problem though. And that's still why I'm still skeptical because yeah, I can get impressions because I can do replies, but my posts are still absolutely garbage. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's the next step. But one bridge at a time, I guess. Corey will
Your
help me with that
posts
one.
are garbage because you're replying to garbage. If you reply to actual real people, they reply back. That's just the way it goes. When you're
Well, but
getting
my posts have
monetized,
always been garbage. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying on my
I
account.
know, but
Even
you're replying to like big accounts to get impressions
right.
instead of like replying to people's good morning so they can reply back to you and you show up in their algo.
Right, right. Okay. So you just have to reply to normal people some also, and then
Exactly, because
when you do a
you
post,
want
then
to
it'll push
you
up.
have to show up in their algo as well for them to see you. So yes.
So
And
even
as
the
you do that, if you comment on like something, they're going to see your comments on other big posts as well and be able to interact with them as well.
so even though my impressions are super high, it's people aren't really seeing mine because it's not being pushed out to theirs. I'm literally just being on the algo for the people that are seeing my replies, but
Exactly.
not my own posts.
And the
Yeah,
people who
that
are
makes sense.
seeing your replies are the people who have 1 million replies. The big
Right. Well,
accounts. The
yeah,
big
yeah. I don't
accounts.
expect them to reply back, but yeah, for replies. But right now, it's just for impressions because it's just people that are seeing the other people's posts. So it's
Exactly.
almost two totally separate games, right? I mean, it's one to
100%.
get impressions, and then it's totally different strategy to get, which is crazy. They make
Yeah,
you do this
the new algo takes into
prove it to me thing.
consideration impressions, but it's more so on your homepage, like your posts.
But really, your own posts aren't what give you the impressions to get monetized in the first place, right? I mean, you can if
I
you
mean,
have big,
unless you're a big account and get
right?
15 to 30K views on your good mornings and afternoons and good nights.
Yo, Brad Cat's list got me fucking monetized.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's that? What do you mean? Like
I got
big
you.
accounts that
I'll
you
send it to you. Also, it's just basically a big list that you can just comment on. It's basically what you've been doing. It's just a list of big accounts. I
but
thought
that
you
game is
already
like
had it.
No, I've just been doing random shit and I just say funny stuff or stuff that gets people pissed
Exactly.
off and then a lot of people see it. So I haven't even been doing
The
the try to be the
list,
quick.
the
Dude,
list allows you to be quick. That's what it does.
it's as essentially as soon as they post, it all goes into that list before the timelines even catching it. It's weird.
Okay. And so you don't even have to put notifications on like 50 people. It just shows up on this list
Yeah,
with you
you just go to
refreshing
the
the list.
list. You can put it at the
That's cool.
top. How like you've got like your when you press home, you got for you, following, subscribed. I
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
gang, soul on chain, etc. You can set it up to where it's one of those tabs up top.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, because I haven't even been doing the try to be fast thing. I've just been like I won't reply to something if it's a day old, but I've even had good stuff from stuff that's hours old. Somehow it just, if you say something that pisses enough people off, other people start to see it. That's been my strategy, which is kind of more fun than just trying to be really fast. I've just been having fun trying to think of random stuff to say, but
I
I'll
just
add
sent it
that
to
as a
you, bro.
strategy too. All right, sweet.
I mean, and probably some of the accounts that you've been commenting on are probably on that list because there's like, you know, a good
Yeah,
amount of people on that. But you can follow the list too, so you have it in there. So when you go to list, it shows up.
sweet. On it.
Yo, drinks. If you're available, were you talking about the game skate?
I was indeed, yeah, man.
Dude, I just got the new the like promo version of the new game that's coming out, and I'm playing that. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's sort of an open beta per se, but it's free to play for everybody.
Yes,
So
yes.
kind of cool to pick up, and then it's got the free to play adaptation of everything, where it's like you can buy cosmetics, you can buy currency, you can buy anything into it, but you don't have to at all. There's plenty to earn on your own. I like it.
Yo, the funniest part was you just hold the trigger down and you're running doing like front flips. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, had you ever played any of the earlier ones?
Not with parkour.
Okay. Yeah, there's a climbing system that's built into it that's really cool. And then there is about like all the crash outs and stuff on it when you are just flinging your body off of everything. They built that into I want to say Skate 2 or 3, but it's kind of cool to just flail all over the place and try to accomplish being a professional crash dummy at that level.
I'm excited for the Forza 6 Horizon 6 Japan edition. I'm going straight Drift King this summer when that drops in May.
Yeah, racing games are intense. You're either very casual about them and just kind of plug them in, every other day or so, or you're on it. I've seen those guys with the full like $10,000-15,000 setups, the monitors and the rumble seats and everything built into it, and it's just like those guys are dedicated. They're full on. So more power to you, man. Yeah, Forza's gorgeous. I'm really, really glad that they ported that over to PlayStation.
Yo, I used to actually play that game like a lot. There was another one. I don't think it was Forza. Oh, actually, it was actually Need for Speed. My homie used to play that a lot before he passed away, and we play that a lot, man. Like, he's actually the one that got me into that game. I actually still have it, got it from my PC. Um, but yeah, dude, I love racing games, especially because I just like cars in general too, IRL. So, um, but I don't know if any of you guys play games, but I am actually gonna re-download Apex if ever of y'all want to play. I usually go ham on that game, and I haven't played video games in forever just because of my kids and my life in general, right? But if maybe y'all ever trying to play some video games, I'm down as fuck for real.
Yo, have you been doing Arc Raiders at all? I downloaded it just cause like I'm an OG like Call of Duty, and now like when Avax came out with that off the grid game, because that's similar. I started playing that, but then all this off Arc Raiders hype came out, and I was like, all right, let me buy this game. So I started playing it. It's kind of cool. Uh, my crew I usually play video games with are just not into it, or the schedules just suck. But I actually popped it back on today, I'm starting to sound old, like I turned it on like it was a DVD or something. But playing it today was cool. I have you played that at all? That is something I'm looking for people to play with.
So I haven't, but I'm actually gonna buy that tonight. It's actually weird that you brought that up. I've been asked that question just by a whole bunch of other people in my community and other discords I've been in. And yeah, like me too, bro. Like I've been around since like Modern Warfare 2 and like all those games, I love it. So to hop on games like that too, like I played Rust, bro. Like I played all of those hardcore games that literally want to drive you nuts because you're always losing your shit. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it for real. So
Yeah,
I'll hit you up, man.
yeah, 100%. I still haven't figured out how to even play it entirely. Like, I know there's a lot of loot. Like, I filled up all my boxes today, and I was like, shit, I need to like recycle stuff and build some things and like empty my inventory because I had too much stuff. So like maybe I shouldn't pick up everything out there in the field when I'm running around. So like I gotta I need somebody to play with to like talk to about it. Like my boys don't want to play with me, and nobody wants to play with me. Then I'm sorry, I just made myself laugh. But I'm sorry. There's a hand up.
What's up, guys? I just wanted to say hi tonight. You guys are talking about video games. I started with COD 4, and then and MW2 is great. A year or two ago, I really got back into MW2 actually. Like adding people on, like as friends there, getting on like every night before I had a daughter and everything, and that was kind of fun. But I heard Addiction. You said you played Rust before. I got like 3,000 hours on Rust at least, but I don't have time for it anymore. But yeah, Rust is an interesting game for sure.
Yo, yeah, that's insane, man. Every once in a while, I get like the urge to play it, and I will. Um, but 3,000 hours is insane, bro. I will say that. I have 2,000 hours on another game, and I spend a lot of time on that game. So 3,000 hours, bro, is insane, especially on Rust. I will say that. That's insane, bro, for real. I guess we got a lot of gamers in here. I love it. But how's your day going, Happy?
Good, good. I'm actually finishing up a 16-hour shift right now. Worked overtime all day today. Someone called off, so I picked up another 8. Yeah, it's been a long day, but it's money, so it's been good. How about you guys?
Pretty good, man. Obviously, just been staying home all day. My wife went out to her mom's house to go pick up some dinner. But other than that, man, just happy to be on this space with all of y'all, and glad everyone in here is just enjoying their time, honestly. So, yeah, dude, appreciate you for pulling up. I've been seeing you pull up in here, so that means a lot, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, anytime, bro.
Um,
This is a good space. I know a lot of people here, and yeah, it's you guys are great. I still got. I normally buy strays, give them away. Like I think I gave Glow one and stuff, but I still have my one, that wizard hat, the Corey. Corey, yeah, you remember? I saw
Bro, that was a long
consider.
time ago.
Yeah, consider it burned. That will be gone. No one's ever gonna touch that one again. Guys, you guys gave me that one. So shout out to the Solana Strays for that. It's a freaking wizard hat too, and I think it has glasses on it.
I think it's a farmer too. I think farmer. I think yeah. I remember that one. I think yeah.
I'll post it down
That was
below.
a while ago. I think that was like when our floor was like under point two. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Those are the good old days. We were giving those things out like candy, bro. Hence a wizard hat. Now that that's one of the highest traits, bro. That's awesome. Glad you have it.
no, yeah, man. I always talk about it. I was actually going through my phone the other day, and I have screenshots of the floor being like 0.19 soul. I think that was like the lowest it ever got to. Um, but it's definitely good to be where we're at with the volume we're at, especially. That's what looks good on the end. Um, so appreciate everyone. We wouldn't be here without the communities that have supported us and that are still with us. So I say it to Corey and Judd a lot too. When we first minted, we didn't have projects to collab with like that. Like we really didn't. Like a lot of you guys weren't even out yet, So to also be around you guys and to kind of like grow at the same time together, it's kind of awesome. It really is. Um, because we're gonna be here for a very long time. And from like a year from now, we're gonna have our communities like still in cross collaboration like this. We're gonna hit those times where one of our collections just gets all of the attention in Web3, right? And it's gonna leak into all of our other projects that we're collabing with and stuff like that. I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. So I don't know. So I don't got too much more to say, man.
No,
Um,
it's a good point, honestly, because I felt like, and maybe we just weren't as tied in, but it did kind of feel like when we were first launching, we were kind of, I'm not going to say on our own, but like it took us a while to make relationships that we have now. But now I mean, just look around the room, we're super tied into multiple communities, that I think it was like, I think it kind of, and not that we were the bridge to this, I think we were just one of the legs of the stool that kind of brought everyone together. But now it feels like there's more cohesion, I think, between communities and more overlap and more just like support. Not that it was not supportive before, but we specifically for the strays were just kind of not very tied in, because we were brand new. None of us were super, like all of us were fairly new to NFTs. I know Corey and I were. I know Addiction, you were a little bit more in other Ethereum stuff, but we just didn't have the relationships that we have now. And obviously that came from the project. But I think it would have been maybe a different scenario if we'd have launched, like if we were launching now. But I think it was cool because we kind of had to just figure out our own way in a lot of ways, and we made mistakes along the way. But I think it helped, like, kind of make it stronger that we had to just figure it out. And then we tied into these communities that took us to another level. So I think the growth, it helped be really organic and natural. And then we tied in with these other communities that just kind of solidified us and helped build even stronger foundations. So I think it was all kind of part of the process, but it's been awesome to tie in with other groups and just get to know more people and just kind of slowly watch it build out. I think it, in a lot of ways, maybe it was more helpful. I don't know. Because some projects, maybe they have a lot of support. They have this big hype, and then maybe it doesn't last because this kind of was built on more hype. But I think the communities that we're kind of all a part of, feel more organic. And so I think that's why they've got more staying power. If I look around the room at kind of who's represented. So I think it's cool. I think it's all part of the journey of every project. And it's fun to look back, but I think you're right. What you're talking about is that the group aspect and the cohesion that we have between multiple projects is super fun, and it's like it just feels better to be a part of a greater community. We have our own straight community, but then like beyond that, the next leg of the family tree, if you will, is these other great projects and creators that are here too. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's cool to be a part of the space.
So I got a question. So like, given the NFT time of 2021, a lot of projects popped off, and if you were there for that, then not all of them lasted because um, either founders didn't understand what they were getting into, or they just couldn't produce their goals, or community was just like, give me money now, and they just kind of stepped away. Whether you can call them a rug project or a failed project or what have you, there's different categories to that. But given that time, I feel like we lost a lot of enthusiasts to the NFT market and products and communities they're in that at that time. Um, is there anything, and this is my question to even myself and the Solano itself, even and the old school NFTs I'm still involved with. Is there anything we should be doing or can be doing to reassure those old 2021 investors that bought NFTs back then and then got rugged and like totally stepped away? Because I think we're missing a bulk of those people. And
Yeah.
I
No,
okay.
I get the sentiment. I don't have much color on that because I literally just I haven't even been in NFTs a year, so I don't know a lot of that what happened then. All I will say though now, watching even in within my year, um, I'm more and more convinced that it's not utility, which is great. It's not art, which is great. I think that matters. I think both those things matters, but I think it's community and trust as much as you can build from a screen. But I think consistency and trust is what builds it. So I think that's hard. Like you're kind of getting at, like it's hard to get those people back because I don't think it can be earned really quickly. I think it's something that has to be earned over time. So I don't have an answer either. I'm kind of with you on like what can be done. Um, but yeah, I don't. I feel like a lot just hearing people talk from the kind of the old days. There was obviously some big blue chip projects that were good, had good communities, but they felt like there were so many just cash grabs that came in to try to capitalize on what people were doing. So I think a lot of people got burned because of that. And it's hard to tell the pretenders, right? Because someone can hire really good art. Um, so I think it's longevity. So I think products that almost launch slower and kind of are more of an organic build are maybe the ones that are going to stick around longer. I don't know. That's just kind of me thinking out loud also. But I think it's community is to me what it comes down to.
What I think, I don't know. I've only been around for a year as well, and I don't know. I've heard my partner creator talk about 2021 a bunch, because he was in it and everything. And he still has like those old NFTs. I don't even know, like those apes or whatever they're called. They're expensive, I think. But I heard him talking about it and everything, and I don't know. Being here for a year, just I think, yeah, like the big thing, you need community. You need people to come and show up, and people to talk to and vibe with, and like just enjoy each other's time. You can find spaces that you feel comfortable in talking. You start talking to people. A couple months go by, and you're comfortable with them. You laugh and you kind of huddle around the project. But I think there's three things. I think just what I've formulated in my own head, just thinking about it. I think one, you got to have good ideas. Like I think you got to be creative. Maybe think a little bit outside the box. Two, I think you got to have well, I don't know. Maybe not back in 2021, but even like right now, I feel like you need somebody, a really good trader. Like you need to be funded. You want to be able to pay your team, and the royalties don't. Unless you're pumping like 100 soul volume a day, which most of that's manipulated anyway. Uh, you're not making like a crazy amount off of that to fund yourself. So you got to find other ways. And from what I've seen, or from what worked for us, is having a really good trader, and that's creator, I guess. And then third, ideas, trader, and third would be I'm forgetting ideas, trader. Oh, a really good speaker, really good speaker. You have to convey yourself really well. Like Judd, you were saying, you have to be trusted. Just have a really good speaker. Be able to talk about your project. Transparency, all that stuff, and like a salesman, I guess. Like to.
Yeah, I agree with that 100% on all three of those takes right there. Like your dev shouldn't be the guy who's your salesman on CT or on TikTok or whatever, because they may they may be a genius in building your website or your game or whatever you got, but for God's sake, don't put them talking on a space. I mean, there are people that can do that, but that's not their forte. Their forte is building a good thing, or you're managing your books, whatever it is. But the just to throw back to 2021, it was everyone was so hype on NFTs, they paid some guy or some dev or artist to produce art for them with an idea of, I'm going to, for example, donate money to saving elephants in Africa. Just random thing. And that was the basis of the project. And buy my NFTs, and that's how I build my business. I think that the stance has changed, and people are realizing like that's not the best way. You either need to have a Web 2 project or a Web 2 product business, and then try to integrate NFTs into them, which is doable, or already have a Web3 business in place or a Web3 community in place, and share those ideas to like gain that trust and gain that community. It's done a total 360 or 180 or whatever you want to call it since then, because everything was thrown at the wall at 2021, and everyone thought everything was going to work. And that's why so many people got rugged, because no one thought, oh, this guy's going to scam me, which was our biggest mistake, my biggest mistake back then. Um, I still have some projects that are still around. There are a lot of things still around, but there are a lot of community based things. And I also think that because of that time frame, a lot of those people who were either devs or buyers or participants in those communities, whether they rugged or not, that birthed a larger ecosystem of creators that said I can do this better. Let me use my idea with my NFT project.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot of learnings from that that people can take and hopefully improve it over time. Duck, what do you got?
Oh, I just wanted to agree. I worked as a sales consultant for years, and I've watched a lot of businesses start and a lot of business owners fail, and it really does depend on if that business is going to come back or rebrand or whatnot or take over a different market. Like it really does depend on like their ability to sell. Like if you can sell some shit, and it doesn't, there's a right way and a wrong way to sell shit. You could go around, and most salespeople are full of shit, but if you can sell stuff the right way, then that is the lifeline of a business, right? You can build a team, and you can have your entire team quit on you overnight, and it's up to you to basically go back out there and start selling again to drive revenue back into your business if you want to try and give it a second shot or a third shot. Or some people, they were just gifted at sales, but then when it came to running the business, they kind of sucked at it. Their talents lied in the sale process, not in the management behind the scenes. So it really does take a village, but I think sales is the lifeline of any successful business at the end of the day, because you have to drive revenue in order to keep your business going, in order to keep your lights on. So I just wanted to throw in 2 cents there, because I agree with what you guys are saying, the diversification. And if you have like a super talented dev on the back end that's like, yo, I can code fucking anything. I don't know how to code. I had to teach myself the bare minimums the last year. But if like, you have somebody that's like really good at coding or really good at doing something, but they're not the best at sales, then I would advise like find somebody that can communicate, find somebody that can help drive that revenue. And then also like learn it yourself, right? If you're going to become a project founder, I think that's that is so detrimental to the success of the foundation of that business, if you're able to move the needle forward yourself, right? So I couldn't say anything really better than what you guys are saying. I just wanted to agree with what the
Yeah,
conversation.
there were so many salesmen out there, like that's all they were salesmen. But then they had nothing when it came down to, okay, what are you going to do with this? They're like, oh crap, I'm just a salesman, and I sold you this product that I can't. Like, oh shit, I got to learn how to code real quick, like that type of deal situation. But sorry, go ahead.
100%. And you guys probably have way more experience in the Web3 side of things than I do. I coded a website just because like I wanted to be able to make a website. I had to build a website for my first business, and I tell you, it was the shittiest website ever. It was like a Wix. It looked like Craigslist essentially. It was terrible.
There's a hand up. Go ahead.
No, hey, how's it going? No, the things that I would tell you that I remember was like it was more art based back then, and like definitely it didn't really matter the utility, and it was more of like a PFP game, and like a lot of people lost their ass when the price of the tokens went up or down, like when they didn't pull any out to stay and to stable it out, when it came back down, and basically it bankrupted them in a lot of situations where the projects we're trying to, especially some of the big projects that we're trying to do, like the metaverse shit. And metaverse has always been super expensive, and that was kind of like a big key word back then. And also the other thing was, now I think people realize it's better to run on a team and have that multiplier, and know that you're building something out, and you're relying on your funds, not necessarily the project funds, until you get deep into the thing, where before it was like flip flop. You would basically put good art out and sell out, and then you basically take all the money for yourself and then run your business. So what little bit was left over. So I mean, I think we've grown, and that technology has come along with us, and like the easier now it's a lot easier to put out NFT project, and it's a lot easier to put out a token. We have pump funds now. We have like NFT platforms now. We didn't have like the pump funds before. We used to do what they used to do was put out an NFT, take the money, and then take the money from the NFT to use liquidity, and then they send back tokens to the NFT holders to put out a token. But yeah, it's developed a lot in that aspect, and I think it's better, and I think you're gonna see, like, we're close, guys. I really do think that if you look at the news, and if you look at like the what people are more like, Gary V's talking more, his V friends are making starting stuff on ETH is starting to go. People are realizing that the NFTs are like, as far as like money wise, or that secondary, where you can actually multiply as the price goes up. You have that multiplier in there. When it gets up higher, then you can sell and make your money. So yeah, well, let's see. Let's hope this all works out for us all. But I'm sorry, I'm ranting a little bit, but this is a big I'm passionate about this.
No, yeah, for sure, man. You guys all said some pretty amazing things for sure. Um, I love that you were able to come up here almost right away and throw in your 2 pointers, especially bringing up Gary V's project. And Judd has actually picked up a Good Vibes Club, and Gary V went and started sweeping up that same collection, and within that same week, I think it like 2x in price. I mean, obviously the project are obviously doing good things themselves, but yeah, to be recognized by Gary V it's cool. It's definitely cool. Um, but yeah, to like come from another project, like in the past, like I was around when like when Alien Friends absolutely like jumped in price. I think I bought one for like zero point zero 0.08 Ethereum, and people were selling them for 4 ETH, literally like a couple of days after Gary V went and bought a few. And those were insane times, guys. Like those were insane times. And kind of like Slato GG said, like, how can we kind of get back to that? How can we get back to that? A lot of those people were kind of gone. And I said it before too, like even my wife's friends, I was telling them about my collection, and they're like, "Oh, NFTs. I haven't heard about that since like 2020." It's like, yo, they even heard about it. What can we do to get that going again? Like
Yeah,
seriously.
there's a running joke on mainstream media, and like little clips in TV shows that like you may not catch because we're stuck in this CT bubble here, but there are still running jokes about 20 that era of buying NFTs, which is hilarious when I come across it. I'm like, yeah, I'm one of them guys. But yeah, I I was in that era of buying stuff, referencing the donations to elephants and saving elephants. Like I didn't care about the damn elephants. I thought it was the future and wanted number to go up at the time, and met a lot of different people, and was sorry, I gotta turn the music down if that's too loud. Grinding in discords. I'm an older gentleman. I'm not 20 years old. Um, I wasn't 20 years old when that was happening either, but I spent a tremendous amount of time grinding in discords. I mean, that was like, it was exciting then. It was exciting. Um, I don't know why, but it was. Just because I thought, like everyone else did, like we're on the brink of whatever this was, you know? Um, but that did spawn a lot of real people that weren't scammers, that, you know, you found people from every industry on the planet, from a plumber to an engineer to a software developer to an artist in those spaces, because it wasn't just restricted to one category of I don't know, financial means, I'll say. So everybody was in there vibing and stuff, I'll say. But that birthed like a I don't want to say revolution, that's a strong word, but from that, like I've met all of the people that I still talk to. I think professors down in the space, uh, from all of those rug pulls and everything, and ideas spawned, and like, how do we do this right? How do we, you know, not only do marketing, but like make something that people want. And between then and now, the meta has changed so many times. The tokenomics of, for instance, Solana tokens with CNFTs, PNFTs, whatever NFTs, has rotated so fast in the last few years. It's crazy. It's crazy to keep up with. It's crazy for developers to keep up with. Um, People that had legitimate marketplace platforms and staking platforms got screwed when they changed the from like, I forget what they changed the tokens to, but it screwed up a bunch of people because it changed the whole tokenomics of things. So it's like you have to be a builder and rotate with the meta at the same time, because the tech's always changing, and that was a lot of like trials and tribulations for a lot of founders that, like, I guess a lot of you guys missed. Um, but like building in the space is hard. But but now that we have AI, now that a founder doesn't need to pay some guy in Nigeria to do his art for him, he can do it himself. Like, we have all this tech at our hands and our fingertips now, that anyone can go build a business from scratch, from their ideas, in this space now. And I feel like my personal opinion is that it's easier now and more trusted now. It's just, you still have to watch your back. You still have to watch your wallets for scams and all that stuff. But given the right conversations we have in these spaces, that's where those relationships build, and you trust everybody and use their products basically. I went off on like a way tangent of a tangent there, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, bro, you're good. I mean, you hit all the points. I was gonna kind of say too. I mean, I kind of go off talking like that as well. But yo, I love this talks that we were able to have. You know, the other day we were able to talk about like good wallets that were, you know, good to have, and you know, crypto.com came up a lot as well. That's one that I use too. So like these talks that we have are definitely good for, you know, people that are just coming in here to listen to us in general. So I love it, guys. But you know, I have these spaces for just only an hour. Got to hit back with the family. But I appreciate you guys big time. I'm obviously gonna let the speakers go through and say anything. Happy Duck, if you guys want to inform the community about anything, you know, go for it. You know, the floor is yours, guys. Definitely.
Hey, Doc, I'll just go first. Yeah, thanks for having me up here tonight. Don't really have anything. Nothing. Real formal. Nothing say just happy to be here. You know, this is a great space. I'm gonna keep showing up. And yeah, love you guys. Peace out.
Oh yeah, Duck, if you want to go for it, brother.
Yeah. I know we had talked about the what was it, Slato. You said on TV and stuff, people are kind of like mocking NFTs of the crypto world, and that's kind of like the mainstream meta at this point. So I just want to say, like, with the project I've been working on and building a community, not just on X, but on different platforms, with different content and farm stuff and animal stuff, and really just genuine, just genuine content for the past couple of years. Something new that I started up is promoting projects that I stand behind on my other platforms via the live stream. So like right now we're live on YouTube, so we have viewers on YouTube that are listening to our conversations, and I think that getting to introduce or maybe reintroduce or try to not necessarily sell people on NFTs on different platforms because they could buy or they don't have to buy. I mean, we really don't care at the end of the day for the other platforms, but just being able to show the conversations that are being had on the back end, because for people on other platforms, this is essentially the back end to them. Being able to showcase, who is behind these projects and what they're going towards, in my eyes, is going to help push that needle forward to, taking the bad taste out of people's mouths. Let's say there's somebody that just stumbles across my YouTube, watched a duck video, or stumbles across anybody's YouTube or any these are ideas I'm throwing out there. Feel free to steal them seriously. Um, but anybody that just stumbles across our other platforms or other types of content, and they're able to sit and listen and hear what we're talking about, and they're like, hey, maybe NFTs aren't all that bad. Maybe it isn't all just rug pulls and people in different parts of the world just stealing money from retail. Maybe we can trust that, hey, if we buy something cool like a Solana Stray, I have it up on there right now. A link in the chat on the other platforms with the tagline 20% donated directly to shelters, and they're able to hear us talk and see and showcase the IRL side of things. It's gonna help push the needle forward. Maybe somebody's watching and they're like, I'm not gonna chance it or whatever. That's fine, that's cool. But that doesn't mean the next person that watches isn't gonna see the value. And maybe, it really jives with them. A lot of people that watch me on my other platforms, they love animals, regardless. And not just because we have ducks. I mean, most people that have farm animals also have like 10 dogs and 13 cats and a parrot in between. Um, and if they're able to see that there are other people out there using the technology of crypto for a good purpose or for a good cause, they may be more empted to learn or understand the technology side of things and not just the financial side of things. Um, in terms of number go up or pump chart. So that's all I really wanted to share. I'm all about onboarding people, but doing it the right way, and also getting new people into the space. Because something I had noticed last night, we run these spaces and we're very consistent, which is good, and it's the foundation of a good community. But how is that growing to a new audience? How is that growing to bring more people in that aren't just here, that have been around the block with crypto, and they understand how are we getting new people in? So that's all I really had to say. Other than that, I don't know, I'm getting tired at this point. I haven't slept much, but uh, Solana Strays, appreciate you for being so consistent. And I love the regiment. It motivates me every day seeing everybody else pop up in here and just taking their presence as serious as I am, because it's it takes a village. It really does.
I just got to reply to that real quick. Like, I agree. Like, I think you said something about like CT is, I think CT is like the ICO stage of these projects, like where you can come talk to the founders and stuff. But it's up to those projects and businesses to do their own marketing and get on TikTok and do the live streams and all that stuff. I love watching ducks. I mean, who doesn't love watching ducks? And that will just gain an audience for that. It's listen. I wouldn't buy a Iron Man shirt if I didn't watch Marvel comics. You know what I mean? Like if I wasn't introduced to the lore of it in the first place, I wouldn't buy the merch. So like it kind of works the same way with NFTs, I think now, to an extent. But I think it's just a faster way of doing things. But anyway, I'll do my little closing thing. Solado.gg is a fully on-chain Solado site. We feature a lot of projects we handpicked. We currently have a Solado running for the next 27 days. With every Solana purchase, the jackpot grows higher. So at the end of it, one person will win a jackpot. That's what we do. That's part of what we do. Um, Built it for a year and a half, 2 years. Did DevNet testing for months prior, and it works. We had our first successful one the month prior. Someone won 2 SOL. Currently, the jackpot's 2.48 SOL, and growing with every purchase. So it's something that's fully on chain, all blockchain. It's all on blockchain. There's no shady crap. But we have a space every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to jump in and ask us questions about that. But there's my 2 cents. But really enjoyed the space tonight. Strays, you guys are goats. Love you guys.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate all of y'all for pulling up. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's fucking go. Have a great night, everyone.
There's blood here on the ground. There's blood on his pants, so he was standing under the shots. The pool and the wound are both facing northwest. So the sear line means the shooter aims due south.
All right.
Just this way. Yep. Oh.
Can stop the screen sharing. We'll do this. I appreciate you guys that are watching too. Bear with me with my not professional producing skills. I'm not a professional producer. I never claimed to be, but I am learning how to do just enough so that way I can provide you guys with the right information and also make it look a little more appealing. Anyways, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for pulling up. I know you guys are, watching a different platform, but at the end of the day, it's just a platform. It's a way to pull people together that are like-minded, and share common interests. All of the people in those spaces, they're big animal advocates. Really, I think everybody's an animal advocate, regardless of your favorite animal. So Solana Strays, this is another project since I had been forced off of my TikTok presence and into X, and then learned about crypto. Ironically, I didn't even try to learn about crypto. That was just who I'd started running into, were crypto people. So then I in return learned about crypto. And Solana Strays, this is a project that I'd found. We had mutually found each other. I'd found them on X, and then they had actually found me on TikTok when TikTok came back a couple of months later. And we've been, I don't want to say like necessarily working together, but we have. I support their project. They support my project, and we support each other just in the common goal of how can we help animals. Around the country, there's a lot of there is a problem with people purchasing animals or getting animals dumped off on them, and then they in return dump those animals off. And animal cruelty, to me, like, animals don't deserve the cruelty. So what they're doing with their projects, they're creating amazing artwork, amazing IP that once you purchase, you can then run with and use for whatever you want, right? You can put that on a t-shirt and you can use that in your own brand. And at the end of the day, it only helps the cause of animals. 20% of the merch purchasing, 20% of the mint funds, 20% of the royalties, 20% across the board for all of the profit brought in through this project here is donated. At first, and you can check out their website. I linked it at the bottom of the live stream here, solanastrays.xyz. They were open and they showed receipts, and they worked with the ASPCA when they had launched their project last year, about a year ago. And they even got the ASPCA to, get a crypto wallet so that way they could just directly put the money straight to the ASPCA. And then once they had minted out, the royalties now are going towards a local non-kill shelter where our project founder for Solana Strays lives near. So all of the revenue, there is ways to build businesses using a technology that maybe has a bad light or has a bad taste in its history. But I think that's the same with most businesses. Um, Most businesses, when they become very popular, very successful, you got to get out the bad actors. The bad actors, in my opinion, are the people that do say a bunch of crazy stuff and then they just run off with the money and disappear and you never see them again. um, I know I'm wearing glasses, but that's because I haven't slept and I'm staring at screens in a dark room, so it just protects my eyes so I don't strain myself. But that's why I'm also bullish on just going live, so that way you guys can see me, you can see the videos, and I have nothing to hide. And a lot of the other projects that you're going to start seeing on our YouTube page, and then if you're watching on X, then you're probably well aware of what crypto Twitter is already. But if you're watching on YouTube and then soon to be Twitch, and then we're going to start carrying this over into TikTok again. Um, there is a wrong and a right way, and there are good actors and there are bad actors. And I have been very quiet about my crypto journey the past year, specifically because I didn't want to showcase any bad actors. I wanted to go through, take the else on my end, siphoning through all these different project founders and all these different people around the world to be able to say, hey, like I'm willing to put my reputation on the line for a project like Solana Strays. I know Solana Strays, not personally, but we've spent countless hours on spaces, countless hours just talking on the phone, because I was very interested in what he was doing, and I wanted to find a way to help benefit his project and his business and his goals, because they're very close in line with mine. That is why I started collecting ducks. I like to say, and if you guys are watching, you know a little bit of my origin story with how did I get into a duck sanctuary. A duck saved me at a pivotal role in my life, and it's just the type of person I am, is that I would like to be able to give back. And as cute as a little duck is to me, I'd found that a lot of people smile when they see a cute duck, and spreading the joy, building a community across multiple different platforms. um, I want to be able to share the joy, share the love, and then at the end of the day, help save some animals in the process. So when I'd found Solana Strays, it was right up my alley. They're doing something very similar to what I'm doing, with dog and cat non-kill shelters. So, anyways, we're gonna end this live. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes that we've been going, hour and 13 some change. I'm getting super tired. I need to take a nap, because when we come back at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be launching our next live stream with another group of people that I jive with as well, and I have faith and trust in. So, anyways, y'all have a blessed rest of your night, and we will catch you guys within a couple of hours. So, we'll see you guys then.